All right, I have my recorder up, so we won't miss a second. In the top right corner, spawning as the pink Zerg, we have RRDC Pronage, and in the bottom left corner, spawning as the purple Zerg, we have Rude Dudes Parametric. Joe, are you obsing or are you setting stuff up? Okay. All right. So I'm following you. My camera's on yours. Um, so this hopefully T Fresh will be able to help me out with this. I'm not hugely familiar with the intricacies of ZVZ. I know I just played like a 40-minute game with Brendan, and I know that it came down to who could hit enough injects to keep producing mutas at a constant rate.
Yes, I was just
So
about to say it's all about who can hit the T button harder. That's really what
yeah.
it comes down to. I mean, like I
While
think
we're
Also, by the way, I just unmuted my mic because YOLO, and
okay,
if my throat hurts, I'll let you know if I cough too much. But yeah,
yeah,
well the bigger problem will probably be your your mechanical keyboard giving me an erection.
yeah, that's a little bit of an issue. But anyway, so I just want to put this out there before this game gets too underway. I hate the inject mechanic so much because it never stops. Like you don't hit the mid game and you're like, phew, my injects, I did so well. Now I don't have to inject anymore. It's like legitimately you have to keep doing it, and it's so annoying.
okay,
Yeah.
so we have a 13 pool from Brendan, our purple player. Or I'm sorry, from Aaron, our purple player, and hatch first from Brendan, but no gas from either player. So typically you don't see a 13 pull into a hatch, but it looks like we're about to.
So Aaron, in speaking to Aaron before this game, he's terrified of Brendan, and Brendan is pretty much expecting to win. So I think it'll just come down to Brendan's experience as a Zerg versus Aaron's very, very, very new play as Zerg. Though Aaron has played like 100 games in the last like 5 days, so his practice might help him out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Aaron's definitely been practicing more.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So see with the pink going for what I usually do. So we'll have to see. I think we'll be able to tell soon if he is going. I feel like up top in the upper left, the pink is going to be making Banes.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see Baneling openings from both players. I was playing against Aaron, and Aaron seemed to like opening Banelings, and I was playing against Brendan, and Brendan liked to open Banelings. It's just it's the standard Zerg opening, and neither of these players are particularly out of the box with what they like to do.
something
Uh,
I
something
didn't
I
even.
like to point out real fast is that I think Brendan has misplaced his Overlord a little bit. I think it's stuck. I think the Queen can still hit it. If you look at Purple's base real fast, I think that Overlord's destined to die. Because I think the Queen can hit it, and even if it goes all the way to the bottom of the map, I don't think it's safe.
Maybe he'll do a Gosu camera tilt and get it under the overlay. Maybe that'll be far enough. So, let's see. What's Aaron doing with this drone?
It looks like he's waiting for a Baneling Nest, but
No,
not anymore.
no.
So
Well-
similar Zergling speed times from both
Yep.
players.
Speed is going down, but he's not pulling drones off gas. So yeah, we're definitely gonna see Banes.
Yeah.
It-
So
it looks like
the
it.
interesting thing will be if one of them goes for, and maybe this doesn't happen in this matchup, but I know that they could either do just a couple defensive banelings and then move on with their lives, or they could try for some sort of heavy like baneling all in.
So,
So-
right. So speaking of that, we have a second. We have a second gas being taken down by purple. So I think he's going to be. That means he's probably going to be going either for maybe earlier upgrade. I mean, it's going to have to be either earlier upgrades. But I'm thinking you're right. It's going to be something along the lines of what you're suggesting. We're going to see. We're going to see some really heavy mailing pressure, maybe bordering on all in.
I think. Yeah.
Brendan's definitely
Yes.
playing defensively, because he's got the Spine Crawler and the Baneling Nest.
Remind me again. What are their names? Which one?
Okay, so
Aaron is the purple one. He's parametric, and Brendan is the pink one. He's pronage, and I know that doesn't really help because both of them, their team names start with R.
Just
their
look at-
regular names
look at-
start with P.
look
They're
at-
purple and pink.
look at the APM. Aaron's will always be higher.
Yeah, Aaron spams a lot. So How are they doing on injects? I'm looking at the unit counting station, and Aaron has a lot more larva than Brendan. I don't know, or he has a little more larva than Brendan. I don't know if he's hitting his injects harder, or if he's not spending. Their supplies are pretty similar.
Right.
Aaron's actually really ahead.
Their
Yeah.
drone counts are comically low, but they're both going for a lair at almost the exact same time off of like 25 drones. It's literally 25 to 26 drones right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that Aaron somehow has 30 Zerglings. And
Yeah, I think Aaron doesn't really understand the way Zerg is working, and Brendan, I think, is just out of practice. So Brendan, and probably worried about some sort of really, really aggressive attack from Aaron, because I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron is just like, attack, and hope that it works out, which, if his army is big enough, it could.
oh, so Aaron's going
There's a
straight
fire.
into mutas. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's see what
Bren-
Brendan. Oh, and look at that! Like, just a couple seconds later. So
Yeah, we've got some builds going down.
So what we
I
have
don't-
here is a slight gas lead for Aaron, but that's going to be canceled pretty soon because he hasn't taken his natural geysers.
Yeah, I
Because
don't think,
remember, Aaron
oh,
skipped
there
the
he
Baneling
goes.
Nest. And
I
he
don't-
skipped the Banelings.
I don't think that these are build orders per se. I just think that both players know that they want to open with Lings and then know that they want to transition to mutas. Brendan and I just proved that you can win by getting on 3 bases and then just building mutas, because you can just replace dead drones with mutas if you get your economy up enough, and then if you don't kill their drones with your mutas, then they'll just have fewer mutas, and then they'll just lose.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that Brendan still has that Overlord at the bottom of his base. I was wrong. It never died. It's just sitting right over the spire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he may have thrown down his spire in response to seeing Aaron's spire, because it's hovering right there.
Yeah.
But as soon as that spore crawler finishes, it's going to chase the overlord away. Oh, they do so much damage to biological. Oh,
Yeah, I think he definitely sees that coming.
yeah.
Because 2 spore crawlers, it's going to take quite a few minutes to break through that, and getting +1 flower carapace for purple.
For both
And
players.
I'm not.
Both players are getting it. Aaron is doing everything just a little bit sooner. I'm not really sure if that's, he does have all those Zerglings too. I'm not really sure what are their
Yeah.
what are their units like. They have almost exactly the same number of drones. Let's see if he can get good Baneling hits here.
The ramp. Yeah, he'll be able to hold.
Yeah,
He
Aaron,
can do this with good Baneling hits. Yeah.
Aaron could totally get. He could have totally denied the third.
Ooh.
He made all those
Alright,
things.
mutas are now supplementing his army. Does Pink have any mutas?
Pink has 10
Yeah.
coming.
Pink has 10 mutas just about to pop, and a couple Banelings and a whole bunch of Lings. Aaron definitely has a lot more Lings. Their supplies, everything about this game is so even. This is, for Brendan at least, this is a repeat of his game with Tyler, where both players are just absolutely
Banelings
neck
are
and
gonna
neck in every
yeah,
respect.
Banelings are moving out and are going to try and hit the Lings early, but is Purple paying attention?
I doubt it.
Aaron just scouted the spire.
That didn't do much. All right.
Right. So Aaron has way fewer mutas than Brendan right now. If Brendan can oh my god, one down already. If Brendan just can tag those mutas, then he's going to be in great shape.
Brendan's
Yeah.
actually going to get very far ahead here by killing all
Yeah,
of
he
Aaron's servants.
killed all those killed all the Lings. He's going to kill all those mutas in a second. Little bit of a dance here, but yeah, Aaron, like I said before, Aaron just decided to throw all his stuff at Brendan and see what happened. And what happened was he got kind of demolished. The supplies have definitely increased in Brendan's favor. Brendan's third is already up, and Aaron's isn't. It's looking pretty good for our Ramrod Dildo Carter Zerg.
Yeah, and a really smart move by Brendan at his third. He noticed he just got really far ahead in that fight, and he just decided to throw some static defense down on his third, which I think is an excellent decision because I mean he's ahead in economy, he's ahead in army. That's the point in the game where you start thinking like, how can I lose the game instead of trying
Yeah.
to worry how to win it.
Yep. I was talking to him before, and we were throwing back and forth some just psychological tactics, really. And basically, what we came down to is Aaron is not expecting to win this game, so Brendan can play maybe a little bit greedy. And so far, he hasn't really even had to play greedy, but I think that really stuck in that he's gonna try and leverage his much longer experience as a Zerg player and really macro up.
Also, Brendan right away started his +1 attack after on his fire, and Aaron hasn't continued upgrading yet. So if that goes on for a little bit longer, then he's gonna be at an upgrade disadvantage, which is really bad in Muta versus Muta.
It's really bad in anything versus anything.
Really, yeah.
The
I
Muta
guess-
But
count-
especially in units that deal splash damage.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah, the Muta count for Pink is getting higher and higher. Ooh. Now it's even.
It's 15 to 15, yeah. So that +1 is gonna make a big difference. Excuse me.
Yeah, look, both of them are trying to crank out Mutas as fast as they can.
I mean, right now the mute account, which is the only thing that matters, is 16 to 15. But Brendan's are gonna have upgrades in a second.
And there's 7
Oh,
Bane.
Brendan, just back
more.
up. If Brendan just backs up to that spore crawler,
And that's
yeah,
exactly
there
what
he
he
goes.
does.
Done. Done.
Yeah, and this
Easy.
fight's gonna go
Oh,
huge in
man.
his favor. This is
He
not a
can't-
fight
he
where
can't
Brendan
Crawler
fight
has
takes.
so much added DPS.
Oh my god. Purple needs to back off.
Yeah. The spore crawlers, the buff they did to spore crawlers, I've never really seen it in action, but that was pretty nuts.
Oh,
And
it's
I'm gonna
ridiculous.
turn the ringer down on my phone and hope that my roommates don't eat all of the dinner.
Yeah, so the units lost is almost doubly in favor of Brendan right now. Which is really good for him. I need to get a mute mic button for when I have to cough my lungs out, man. Okay, so
What is the worker count? The worker count right now is 55 to 69 with Aaron. So Aaron, Parametric has really just been chugging away at his economy. He probably, that's probably what's keeping him in the game right now. He's lost so much in these fights, but he's just has he's up by like 20 workers, I think.
Yeah,
No,
now
yeah.
72 to
Almost
55.
20 workers.
He's getting to the point where he's going to be able to just throw himself at purple
Well,
and
he's-
keep trading.
he's about to lose a bunch of workers to a really nice link run by from Brendan. Brendan's
Yeah.
holding actually on both fronts against all of Aaron's army of overlords that's going to his third.
Mm.
If Brendan takes a fourth soon, I would say that Aaron will just be there it goes. Yeah, unless
Yep.
Aaron can do damage soon, he's just going to be unreasonably behind. That evened up the worker count 53 to 59. So Aaron just lost like 12 workers and he doesn't and he's Ling, go back. There we go. 13 workers. So I don't really know what Aaron's gonna do. He's behind on economy. Is he behind on mutas? He's behind on mutas. He's in a
Yes.
rough spot.
Yeah, and let's see. So they're both getting their +2 carapace, but I'm pretty sure Aaron still doesn't have the +1 attack. So even if he equalizes the muta count, it's still not gonna go in his favor with even numbers. He needs to somehow get he needs to take an engagement with a spore crawler on his side or something like that.
What he needs Brendan to do is make a mistake on his side of the map, and Brendan is just very disinclined to do that.
And
Oh,
then
and
another
Brendan-
really nice run by from Brendan.
Ooh, right after it finishes too. Yeah, when we were playing ZVZ. He was hitting me with these. His Ling run bys were pretty brutal.
Yeah, that hash is going to fall easily.
So, and he's doing it earlier than he was against me. So Aaron hasn't had the time to build up the economy to just be able to replace those drones with mutas. I'd like to see a macro hatch from Brendan. Does he have a macro hatch in his base, Joe?
Yes.
I don't think really.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, Aaron is struggling here. Look at the difference in their bank.
Yeah, he can dump him on the Zerglings, I guess. His gas is still
And
reasonably low.
This is a fight that Brandon wins easily.
Yeah.
Not only
Yeah,
that, but
chain links are going to make a huge difference there,
right,
too.
not only that, but because even though Aaron has the little bit of a
Brendan,
better
just
angle,
stay. Brendan, just
Why is he
stay.
backing
Yeah.
off? Why is he backing off?
with the Zerglings underneath the fight, some of Aaron's splash damage gets redirected to the Zerglings instead of to the mutas, which really helps.
Wait, really? It doesn't. It's
Yes.
not like Smart Cat's firing.
Right.
That's sucky. mutas are awful.
That's why winning the war on the ground is a little bit important too when the air numbers are close.
Yeah, the air numbers are no longer close though. Brendan, you can see how much he just doesn't want to lose here. He says, "Okay, I won that fight. I have more mutas. Now I can let my Lings do the heavy lifting, and I can just sit with my massive air army at home."
Yeah, and
He has
he's
more
doing
everything.
what looks
Love
like
that.
a a double pronged sling run back. One to. Oh no, never mind. They're just both going to the third.
It's just yeah, weird move.
But for what Aaron's advantage is his economy. He has way better worker saturation. At least.
Well, that could change here in a minute.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that's an advantage because as they approach max supply, that worker count is gonna prevent him from having more mutas.
Yeah, he can't throw workers at mutas.
Brendan's killed 56 workers and Aaron's killed 0.
Yeah, so very very well done by Brendan in this game.
Yep, and now he's up 10 workers. Aaron is dying the slow death of mineral starvation despite his attempts to get his economy up. There's not really.
I'm not sure what he can do against this Mutavault now. And we're at 40 mutas for Pink.
40 mutas is pretty. I mean, he could take a gambit and say, okay, Brendan's been playing safe all game. Let me just try and defend and tech switch to infestors. And if Brendan doesn't see the infestors, 1 or 2 good fungals can just turn that all around. But I don't think Brendan's gonna give him a chance, and I don't think he's willing to take the gamble. Yeah, there's a GG. All right, and after explosive Mutafilled game 1, I'm gonna go grab food,
All right.
and I'll be right back. You guys can start without me if you really want to.
Anyway,
I mean, how long are you gonna be? Yeah. Yeah, why didn't you? Was this a coincidence? As I logged on. Were you gonna tell me? I didn't know. I don't know. Oh. Ah. Oh my god.
All right, here's the real question: can you hear me eating?
Yes.
What about now? Okay, you got this one. I'll eat.
All right. Let's do it.
Mm.
Yeah, did you? So I can't believe you never have seen Sweet Mama Brown. Okay. Yeah, like Sam. I'm like Joe. It took a second to click, but Joe tells me he has bronchitis. I'm like, oh my god, really? He got bronchitis. I'm like, ah. It was just too good. Yo, okay, so this mouse, so nice. Like, holy shit. Oh my god.
Palm mouse, man. There's nothing like it.
Oh.
It's like the upgraded version of the greatest mouse ever.
Yeah, you know, it was a ridiculously awesome sale on Amazon. It was like only $5 more for the G500 over the G400.
Uh-huh.
I was like, nice. All right. So, in the bottom left, as the pink Zerg, we are going to have RRDC Pronage facing off against his opponent. In the upper right corner, the purple Zerg, Rude Dudes Parametric.
Okay, and I think out of Aaron, I think we're going to see some 13-13 banelings. Just because when he was switching over to Zerg, he's like, what do I do? And I'm like, you pick a build order and you do it. And he says, "What build order should I do?" I said, "Banelings." So
Like ancient alien guys, just banelings.
yeah,
Well, I mean, certainly a bit more viable. I just by eyeballing it, it does look like the rush distance is a bit shorter on this map. So any kind of all-in would certainly be more effective and a more viable option in this case.
yeah, sure. I think the rush distance is roughly the same, but I mean, Zergling speed's a thing, so who cares, right?
Right.
So it'll be important. I mean, I don't know. Generally, how you spot those rushes is you see with your Overlord when it leaves their base, and then you try to react in time. But I don't know what we're gonna see about that. Actually,
Well, we got a drone scout from
Yeah.
Hank.
and I think that he's just saying, hey, I think I'm the better player, so I'm gonna play it safe and go for a drone scout.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's what we see.
It's actually move commanded through the mineral line. Turtle will have a chance to snipe it if he wants.
But I was wrong. It looks like we're gonna have a hatch first from both players. Aaron's
Yes.
is gonna be a little faster because he didn't drone scout.
Yeah, and that drone will see that hatch.
Yep.
It's a hatch first from both. Both at 50, so yeah, 15 hatch from each. And we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. So let's see where the overlords are rallied. It's always nice actually in Zerg versus Zerg because the early units don't have any like anti-air except for
Yeah.
queens. So
Zerg anti-air is always seems to be a bit of an issue.
Yes.
Like usually all you have is queens
right.
unless
So,
you dedicate yourself to Hydralisks or Mutas.
so you can put your initial overlords you can place them kind of aggressively to see what your opponent's doing, and there's not much you can do about it as long as you're out of range of queens. You can put it right outside the ramp and see what's going on.
Alright, well, both players taking gas, so we're not having any silly, greedy, mass lane only kind of things.
In Zerg versus Zerg, gas is almost always a must. There are some maps, like I think
Yeah.
on Planet S, the choke at the natural's kind of small, and you can kind of get away with playing gasless and walling it. But not here.
Yeah.
And Aaron's transferring a bunch of drones down to his natural. I don't know if I like the drone transfer.
I usually drone transfer. I definitely when I play Terran. Is there something different for Zerg?
I don't transfer when I transfer like any excess drones that I have, but I feel like you lose mining time if you transfer some of your initial drones down, right? Because he only has 10 workers in his main base, so he could like those other 2 mineral patches. You're just losing mining time by transferring down.
Alright, well, yes, alright, so Purple is going to go for speed. So he's going to invest in that. I was almost expecting him, knowing probably that Pink was getting a hatch first, and probably would be making Banelings, like standard ZVZ play. I was wondering if he was going to go straight for Roaches, because I thought that's what I would be doing in this case.
Yeah, I don't
But-
know. Pink is actually playing super defensive. He actually got his Baneling nest before speed.
Yeah.
So he's just trying to prolong the game a little bit. So
Yep, and he's going to get speed too, so we're going to see another standard ZVZ opening. Lings and Banes. Alright.
okay. So, sorry, I'm about to mute my mic so you don't have to hear my coughing. And Aaron's actually going to be the aggressor this game, it looks like. He has 16 Zerglings in production.
Yep. And we'll see. Now, Aaron is the Pink, correct?
Aaron is parametric.
Parametric, oh, sorry.
So he's the purple.
There's Lings. Alright.
And this
And
move out's
the
going to hit.
nest is the nest is finished, and he does see that. And yet we have. I'm sorry, no. Those are drones being morphed. Ooh, this is gonna hurt.
Yeah, and it looks like maybe Brendan wasn't watching because he did have an Overlord there to see it, and he has the Baneling nest finished.
That's what
But he
I thought.
has
I
no
thought it
Banelings.
was like, oh my god, this is gonna be
He's just morphing it
devastating.
there. Yeah, so Brendan's going to lose almost everything that he has. I think. Like
I
he's
think it's-
morphing Panic Zerglings right now, but
This could be GG if he doesn't do something really miraculous.
I think he's going to hold eventually, unless
But at what cost?
right, because Aaron's droning behind this, right? If he had just spammed Zergling behind this, maybe not. But he might.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could just lose his natural.
He needs
he's not,
to, no, he needs to morph those.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Aaron's just going to go for the throat, and I think that's the correct choice here.
yeah, he needs to morph those in the Banelings.
But Aaron's not going to give him time.
Yeah.
And, Brandon's doing some good Zergling control, like pulling back and waiting until fighting the groups of Zerglings bit
Yeah.
by bit. But at this point, I mean, 20 workers have gone down. It's 18 supply to 55. I mean,
Yeah.
and
Pink has one drone. This is pretty much GG. That's a very good.
he has Lair Tech, but he has no money to do anything with it. Meanwhile, Aaron also has Lair Tech, but
Pretty much
Yes.
just waiting on the GG.
he has
It looks like he's gonna try and counter all in, but it's not gonna do anything.
no. At this point, Aaron's so far ahead that I think we're gonna go. And he's gonna try and play it out. I mean, he's morphing a Baneling, and he could get a good hit with it even. But I don't think it matters.
It doesn't matter.
We
That
have
was-
a muta transition from Aaron from purple.
Well, a good hit for spite if nothing else.
Right.
But he's still not GGing. I would
He has 3
like to
hits.
see him GG because there's no really point in this game.
He has
Don't mean
3
to be mean, but
He has 3 supply. We got a drone from Aaron actually attacking the spawning pool.
that's really
Base with
cute.
Brandon.
And I don't.
And-
If he doesn't have anything to stop a drone attacking his spawning pool, I don't
Funny
know
thing-
what makes him think he has anything to stop.
He doesn't have 50 minerals to morph
Purples.
some Zerglings to stop it.
I don't know what makes you think he's
Like
gonna
he's
have
got his
anything.
larva selected, like he wants to make something happen. But there we go. And
Yeah,
there's the
there we
good-
go.
So that brings us to 1-1.
Matt, watch. Says Obama would love that attack drone. Yeah, I want Obama plays Zerg make nothing but drones.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a couple of extra wings just to make sure my roommates don't eat all of them. But then I'll cast the next game.
All right.
Guess I can unmute.
I agree.
For those of you watching who don't know, I have bronchitis, so when I talk, I have to sometimes
Hey girls.
mute the mic. Hey, so
Yeah. Yeah, right. We have a whopping 2 viewers. One of them is me, and the other is Matt.
is Matt watching?
Yeah, Matt's watching.
Probably not.
So Joe, you gonna be up at midnight to cast me and Nick Payne?
I'll try to be up, but I don't
I'll
know.
definitely be.
There you go. Tim's got you covered.
Well,
You guys really don't have to be. I don't even know where I'm gonna play. I might be at. If I'm at Trike's house, I might have to like play on his computer and get spawned by Nick.
I'm up anyway, always at that time, so I might as well do something remotely productive.
I'll just log in on your account and give him a
But yeah, is there anyone else? It is kind of awkward and gay without a co-caster. It's ironic how that works in StarCraft because normally, like it's
Yeah, we got it.
just like
Tim, we should accept the.
normally it'd be gay to be working kind of closely with another guy. Except in StarCraft, where it's the opposite. If you're by
Tim
yourself-
Tom, are you just loading the map?
Oh, I'm sorry, I did that thing. What I do is if I accept and then tab out, and before I enter the lobby, it'll keep me pending. I have to be in game to load the lobby first.
All right, well,
My bad.
I'm all set.
We're good here.
ZVZ.
Okay, so the score is 1-1.
The score's 1-1, and Brendan is probably seething.
Yeah, he did
That's
get on
probably
it.
why he didn't quit. He was probably sitting there and just slowly watching as I don't know, maybe he found a kitten or something to strangle in the interim.
As that one drone from Aaron started picking apart his base.
I mean, I gotta admire that fighting spirit. Where there's a drone, there's hope.
So we'll see how this game works out. In the bottom left corner, spawning once again as our pink Zerg, we have Team Ramrod Dildo Carter's Pronage. And in the upper right corner, in the 2 o'clock position. Is that what the pros call it, or the 1 o'clock position?
That's
We
more-
have-
no, that's the spot.
Yeah, we have dudes parametric.
And I was
Yeah, I mean-
excited for a second because Brendan wasn't making drones for just a little bit, and I was hoping we were going to see a 7 pool. And then he made drones.
Joe, you just want to see Joe? Have you seen any of Zach's games?
Has he been cheesing a lot? I love it.
Oh my God, Zach's opening for at least 2 of his matches has been Cannon Rush or Proxy 2 Gate.
I taught him a Proxy 2 Gate. I didn't teach him a Cannon Rush. Well, I emailed him about a Cannon Rush.
You
He was
need to
asking
teach-
me other cheesy strategies, and I was filling him in with pleasure.
Yeah,
I know-
he lost him, or he beat Mike Bob.
He did. Oh, that's awesome.
So-
What did he do?
I don't know. I haven't looked at the games yet. I haven't had a chance, working and shit.
Yeah.
So, nothing too interesting. So, the question will be, how much fear did Aaron inject into Brendan? Is Brendan
Sure.
gonna play super safe and therefore be kind of left behind by a little more greedy play by Aaron, or
I think
go on?
I love it.
I think
I
you're
love
exactly
the
right. I
inject
think that's
is
what's going to
absurd.
happen. Because Brendan did like a drone scout on like 9 or 10 supply.
Yeah. So,
Well, purple's gonna go for a 15 hatch.
is that a hatch first?
Yep, from both
Yes,
players.
it is.
And again, Brendan's is going to be a little later because he did the drone scout.
Yeah. Not that it did him a huge amount of good the other game.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Aaron, I feel like Aaron is probably, and I haven't watched a lot of his games, Aaron is probably a very good technical player. He probably pays a lot of attention to the little things. I don't know if he's a particularly strategic player. Brendan is a lot more of a strategic player. He has like his plans and he has like his things that he wants to accomplish, but sometimes he can maybe forget to spread creep a little bit, or he can miss some injects or something in trying to accomplish whatever this overarching goal he has. So it's a good mix of styles that we have between the two of them. Though I guess at this level, a lot of different styles tend to just look like the same gameplay wise.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit of a faster gas from Aaron, our purple thing, up top.
So are we thinking that means Aaron might be going for quick speed? He might just be going for like a speedling run by in the opening to once again put Brendan off of his stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, Brendan, it looks like they're opening up similar builds that they did last game. And remember, last game, Brendan actually went Baneling Nest before speed, but he didn't morph any defensive Banelings, and it actually ended up costing him the game. So
Yeah.
I think he might do that this game.
So the question is, does he recognize that not morphing those defensive Banelings was his big mistake, or is
Oh,
he
it has
just
to
going to say I didn't have enough units?
I'm sure he does.
I'm sure it has to recognize. I mean, like when you see that many Zerglings, your mind screams, "I want Banelings." You want it more than air at that moment. So he
Oh,
definitely.
Aaron's getting a quick Roach Warren, so Aaron's changing it up this game,
There we go.
and that might
It's a little-
catch Brendan by surprise. But since he canceled it,
That's
or
what I
did
was
it finish?
expecting to happen last game, but it looks
No.
like they're finally catching up to my strategic train of thought here.
What?
Why did he cancel? He didn't cancel anything, did he?
No, he didn't.
Sorry, I saw something finish building. I thought he'd canceled the Roach Warren.
No, it looks like
I still have a bunch on my plate. You can finish them.
the thing is, Aaron's been making Zerglings this whole time instead of saving up
Sorry.
money for roaches. So his Roach farm's gonna finish, but he can make like one roach, and all the Zerglings that he's made aren't gonna have speed.
At least he has plenty of gas for all those. Maybe he'll build up 1 or 2 sentries so that he's safe from lings.
And Brendan's not fucking around this time. He's hitting his injects spot on. He's got a spine crawler and 2 Banelings coming up.
Yeah.
So
Aaron does have a lot of roaches coming out compared to Brendan's forces. We'll have to see if Brendan can do the Stefano and beat roaches with lings. Do you remember that game?
that was stupid. It was on Antigua, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was
That's
on
an
Antigua.
Antigua.
Cross positions too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
the casters were saying he was dead for like 10 minutes, and then for whatever reason, he just ended up
Yep,
doing that thing
was,
where he doesn't know how to lose a game. So
that was a great game. That was during Stefano's like unbeatable streak where he won like 3 tournaments. So what do we?
We have a queen coming along for the ride. For
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta be able to throw down some whatever the healing thing is that queens do.
Yeah, transfuse.
Transfuse. That's
So
what it is.
neither player
Yo.
has opted for Zerglin speed, actually. This one.
Oh
those-
my god, those Baneling hits. Oh. Wow.
And Brendan's Lair's done, although I don't know what he can do with it off of as low econ as he is, but
That attack was just completely just no.
yeah. Wave 2's
But-
coming.
Yeah, wave 2's coming, and that's a
Oh,
lot of roaches
and
for
look at
how
this.
many.
Aaron's actually trying to sweep around away from the Overlords so that Brendan doesn't have vision of this attack on. The thing is,
Yeah,
Brendan has an Overlord placed over to the side, and you'll see him coming around the side.
Though it's possible, I mean, Brendan's doing a lot of things. He hasn't been practicing a lot. It's possible the roaches might still sneak by. And Brendan is going for his spy. Brendan's going for his spire and building a couple more banelings. So he does have a lot of larvae saved up. If he builds some units, if he recognizes that those roaches are coming, he could easily blunt this. But it's a pretty big force compared to what he has. Oh well, now he definitely sees them.
The army
Can't
supply
there.
is 4 times in Aaron's favor. It's 11 to 44.
Alright,
He's gonna pull those roaches in.
I think this might just be curtains for Brendan. He just doesn't have enough.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot of roaches. He just built 20 lings.
20 lings are on the way, but I think this is it. I think
I don't even think 20 lings definitely can't do that.
I mean,
There's
if
like
the
a roach
roaches
for
are
every
spread
Zergling.
out, if the roaches are spread out, but that's pretty tough to beat.
he doesn't even have money built up to spend on Mutas.
Yeah,
When it's fire pumps.
Yeah. This is GG.
I don't know that I like the Baneling build either. I don't think Banelings do enough damage to roaches. Wow, Aaron
they don't.
transfused these roaches.
That's exactly like I expected this to happen last game. That's exactly why Purple did it because he recognized they both kept opening standard Ling Bane and hard roaches like that, and we'll shut that down.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's
Yeah.
just it.
Roaches
Maybe.
are just too beefy. Wow,
game.
this is an interesting turn of events here.
The game's over. It's 6 army supply to 40. And he's
Yeah.
in the main base.
Aaron properly meted this. He said, "Look, my opponent keeps playing standard, so let me get some all-ins in here." Aaron, I don't know why Aaron switched from Terran to Zerg. He should play Protoss.
That's all it's.
Yeah,
Here
Yeah.
come the Mutas, but they're not going to.
they're not even going to be able to kill that queen. I don't think.
They could focus
This
the
is-
hatch rate before the mutas pop.
It's GG.
Yeah. Aaron's got
Brendan's-
man, Pink has to swallow his pride and GG out, man.
Yeah, he's gonna wait for the hatchery to go down first. So that's interesting. This is a really interesting turn of events. I think we're seeing just Aaron has been practicing a lot more. Brendan just didn't have as much of a range of strategies.
Again,
So-
we see the simpler practice builds are better than the let's just play the game.
Yeah.
No, that's just me talking. But well, it was a good choice from Aaron.
For sure.
He changed it up, which is nice.
Aaron is so excited right now.
Yeah, it looks like it.